Welcome to the Rock Music Alliance interview sessions. I'm your host, Cole Coleman, along with Claudio Pesavento from Mahogany Rush and the Chris Squire Band. And on our show today, he's well known as the guitar player from the Jimmy Kimmel Live house band, but he's also a solo artist in his own right, having album releases and EP releases under his own name. Welcome to our show, Toshi Yanagi.
Hello, everybody.
Thanks for
for
coming
having
on.
me.
Thanks for coming on, Toshi. Yeah, Toshi, since we were just talking about your releases, do you have any new releases that you're working on or are about to release?
Well, I am working on my new album writing, and I hope I can release it like later this year or sometime early next year.
Very good. Most of your music that I've heard so far is really great rock instrumental music. Is that going to be the style that you're in?
I think so, and also I like a lot of atmosphere, type of mood too. So I would like to definitely incorporate that stuff.
Yeah, I
in
like
terms
I
of
like
the
that stuff
song.
too. I like the big soundscapes and things.
Yeah,
Uh, are you?
Healing,
What was
healing
that?
music,
healing.
healing, like
I know, I'm
healing.
not sure if it's healing or not, but just more vibey stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
In addition to that, are you going out on tour or guesting with anybody for shows?
I am a going out on the road with the Japanese artist Eikichi Yazawa. Like he's like a Japanese what is it? Bruce Springsteen kind of guy. So I'm going out from my mid October throughout the year. And before that, the Jimmy Kimmel is going to go to Brooklyn end of September through beginning of October.
And
Yes.
you were playing with ABC too.
ABC will be probably next year uh, in States. Yeah.
Yeah, and what is ABC?
Hmm?
It's a band from the 80s and 90s,
80s,
like a
still
fan
going.
club.
Yeah, definitely like a dance, new wave, pop, like same era of Duran Duran.
Thumbs
Mm-hmm.
Up Twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Yeah. So, in addition to doing that, do you ever get out with your own band, the Toshi Yanagi band?
I We were talking about October at the Big Potato.
Right.
Um, Time to time, I'll do my own stuff, but this year has been a little bit busy, so I'm kind of holding at the moment. And maybe if the new album comes out, we'll do more shows.
So how
Yeah.
many months of the year you spend with Jimmy?
What?
How many months of the year you have to be?
We have like about um, uh, what's like a 30 weeks a year, right? Yeah. We have like about eight weeks off throughout the year. So
Right. Is
Oh,
does he
okay.
does the Jimmy Kimmel show keep to a like the usual Hollywood production schedule? Like right now, a lot of productions are on summer break, but
yeah,
does
we are
he?
on hiatus right now
Yeah.
for 2 weeks.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not long, but that's good. Keeping you busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you also do guest recording, of course, for other artists. And I saw a release that you did as a guest for keyboardist David Garfield
Yeah.
called Shufflin' West Coast. That had quite a few guests on it, including Albert Lee. Did you go into the studio to do your part, or did
Actually,
you?
he came over to me and I overdubbed it.
Oh, okay.
And later on, I discovered like, what? How many guitar players you guys don't, you have it in here. But actually, speaking of David, I've been playing with David, lately, quite often now. I'm in the band called Charisma, um, and I think we're gonna do a show in September 11th at the Potato, and October 1st um, at Bitter End in New York.
Oh,
Bitter End. yeah, while I'm in, Jimmy Kimmel's in New York, he wanted to book a gig there, so I can
So you're gonna be there for a week.
yeah. So and actually August 1st, this Friday, I'm recording with David in Ojai with Simon Phillips and John Pena. It's
Nice.
a couple songs from remember the Candyman, Luke's album?
Yeah.
There's a couple songs that he want to re-record, so we'll be recording that. I'm sure he'll release that later this year, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, so Toshi, I'm used to Jimmy Kimmel being done like here in Los Angeles, right there on Hollywood Boulevard across from the Chinese Theater. Has he moved to New York, or does he sometimes he goes to New York to do a show? Or?
Yes, we've done New York, Brooklyn, New York, and Austin, Texas for the South by Southwest, and Las Vegas, Nevada, and forgetting one place. No, anyway, yeah, we go to different location for a week.
I didn't know that. That's interesting that he travels around for locations. That's cool.
I guess it's just the, change the pace and the different, audience targeting different audience. And also, Jimmy's born and raised until 10 years old in Brooklyn. So, it's kind of
he likes to go home now and again. In other words, yeah.
And
Gotcha.
also in Las Vegas too. He grew up in Las Vegas since he's 12. Yeah, so.
Yeah, Las Vegas would always be a good time. There's a new guitar show that is getting off the ground in Las Vegas. Have you heard about it?
No.
Yeah, it's the Las Vegas Guitar Show, and they've only done twice. It's meant to be done twice a year. There's once in the spring and once in the autumn. I think it's coming up in November.
Oh.
But I wish them luck. I travel around guitar shows selling the Thimble slide,
Sure.
so I certainly would be glad to see one get off the ground in Vegas. Would be fun to go.
What type of guitar show? Is it more like a new guitar or vintage or?
Yeah, more like vintage. It's everything. It's the classic guitar show. There's a whole ring of guitar shows around the country, and they usually specialize in vintage, but there's usually at least one or two booths that have new gear.
Okay.
Like the Dallas International Guitar Show, Guitar Center is usually there, and they have all new gear. And the founder and the guy that runs the show, Jimmy Wallace, he also has new and custom guitars there.
Wonderful.
So that's a really great show, by the way. If you ever are able to go to the Dallas International Guitar Show, that's a good one to go to. They have some major artists perform there. John Five performs there. Orianthi has performed there. You'll see Andy Timmons often.
Oh yeah, Andy.
And sometimes Eric Johnson. Usually like every other year or so, I think Eric Johnson performs there.
Right.
Yeah, you could too. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So I really enjoyed your solo releases when I was checking that out, and it's very tasteful and skilled rock instrumental music. And one of your album releases is called Spud Magic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and is there a connection between that and the Baked Potato nightclub?
Yeah, because all my career and like all my dreams came out of Baked Potato. Like when I was a teenager in Japan, listening to have you heard of an album called Greg Madsen Project?
I'm not familiar with that.
Okay, Steve Lukather, Jeff Coker, Pops Popel, and
Oh wow.
Greg Madsen, and that album it just totally inspired me. Like I told myself, one day I'm gonna play there. So
they recorded live there at the Big Potato.
yeah.
The first band
recorded
that I saw in 1982, I was walking around. I was on tour with Mahogany Russian, and I said to my guitar player, we should go out somewhere, So they said it's a jazz club, there. And we went there. Everybody was playing there.
Yeah.
Everybody, like from Al Jarreau to what's his name, the guitar player, Alex Acuna,
Yeah.
Barry Carton. Larry Carlton was reading everything. He was playing.
Yeah.
He was a sub. He was subbing for somebody. That's crazy.
It is the club that all the musicians, studio musicians, go there and play and get discovered or make a connection and get the gigs.
Yeah.
And that place has that
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
quality.
That's the place.
Yeah, I used to live in the valley in Valley Village, and so once a week or once every other week or so, I used to go down to the Baked Potato, and I had friends that were performing there. Most notably, Matt Rohde on keyboards.
Not Roddy?
Yeah, and Jorg Kloitkens, he's a bass player. He goes by the name JK, and he and his band would perform there. He's an excellent bass player. And but I would go there and watch those guys play or hang out at the bar and just see whoever's there. One night I went down there and Steve Lukather was there. It was his birthday,
Yeah.
and he was jamming and performing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, let's I got a kick out of that Spud Magic. Let's take a sample listen
Okay.
to
Sure.
it. Let's see. Yeah, from Toshi Yanagi's album Spud Magic. Here's about a minute and a half of the title track, Spud Magic, featuring Toshi Yanagi.
Lukather is on that one.
I was just about to say it features
Yeah.
Toshi Yanagi and the great Steve Lukather on the Rock Music Alliance.
My sensei. Yes.
That was Spud Magic from Toshi Yanagi.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah, Toshi, you were just mentioning they had a memory about Steve
Yeah.
Lukather.
So I was in the band called Sicilian Oil and the Wild Clams. So it was like a 13-piece Latin salsa soul rock kind of music, And I was playing with them one night at the Potato. So in the middle of the tune, like Luke comes in, sitting right in front of me. And I said, oh man, shit. He's over here, goddamn, He's my mentor, sensei, idol, whatever. Anyway, so I was drinking Grand Marnier on the ice, right? So when I'm finished drinking, I look at the glass and it's full again. And I keep drinking and then just look at it, it's full again. All right, so and who's buying me a drink? And look at Luke. Luke is drinking the same shit. Same drinks. So all night he's been buying me a drink, and I got hammered, and he got hammered, and after the show he called me and like, hey Tosh, come down, and he gave me his phone number. And,
Nice.
That's
If
awesome.
you have trouble, call me. Like he has that kind of heart. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was.
He's a humble guy. He's very humble.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Nice guy.
But he must have
Maybe because
recognized.
somebody else did it to gave him that kind of chance. So he's passing on the
Oh, wow.
the
Nice.
Yeah. Well,
transition.
I'm sure that he recognized he's heard you play before that, right?
I don't know, but he heard about me or something, and he just came on. Oh, he just stumbled in. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm sure he probably recognizes
What year was that?
your playing abilities.
Huh?
What year was that?
92, 93.
Oh, 92.
Of course, after that, I had to carry him home, but he got all drunk.
Well, Toshi, you're well known as the guitar player for the Jimmy Kimmel Live house band, Cleto and the Cletones.
Yes.
Yeah. What were you doing right before that, and what led up to you getting the gig with the Cletones?
Okay, so I was actually doing a TV show since 97. And the first TV show is Vibe, and second TV show is The Martin Short Show, and third one is The Wayne Brady Show.
Oh,
And
really?
I was doing Wayne Brady Show, daytime talk show. And me and Jeff Babco was doing that show. And the Cleto, me, Jeff, had a band together before anything. And we were like brothers. And Cleto grew up with Jimmy Kimmel since he was 12. So of course, when Jimmy get the talk show gig, he want Cleto to be the musical director. But he never done this before, right? So he called us like, "Hey man, can you hop on, from daytime to nighttime, just to help me?" And me and Jeff was talking about like, yeah, maybe we should take a chance in late night. So we hop on, and talk show was done in 6 months, and we've been here for 23 years. So that was a
Wow.
good gamble we did.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's
But
great.
but speaking of potato, the Jimmy Kimmel band, Jimmy Kimmel Live, the Cletones all met in Big Potato
In where?
in that Sicilian oil and the Wild Clams. We were in that band all together. So that became a Cletones.
Gotcha. So yeah, Cleto is getting by with some help from his friends.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great,
Yes.
man.
And he got us a chance. So I really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
It sounds like a great gig to me. I mean, a nice stable job in music
Yeah.
is not easy to find. So
Knock on wood, yeah. I
yeah,
mean,
It's
it
nice
is
to see
better.
It's nice to
Yeah.
see Rhonda playing bass.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a very, very good addition.
I know Rhonda since 1983, maybe. We have a fusion band in Montreal, in
Really?
Canada. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Toshi, what's Rhonda's last name again?
Smith.
Smith.
Just Smith.
Yeah.
Smith. Oh, how
Um,
about that? Yeah, I remember her from playing with Jeff Beck. She was in the
Jeff
Jeff
Beck and
Beck
also
band. Yeah,
Prince.
and Prince. Yeah,
She
yeah.
played with
Yeah.
Prince. Her first gig was with Prince.
Yeah, she worked 15 years each.
Nice.
Yeah, that's nice, right?
Yeah. Well, as a touring player, I saw where you were in a band supporting an artist called Savory that opened the
Savory.
show. What say again?
Savory, yes.
Oh, Savory. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I was okay. Yeah.
Italian, Savori.
Savory.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was at first, but I went with Savory. But okay, but anyway, Savory
Mhm.
opened up on the show on tour with Sheryl Crow and Bryan Adams,
Yeah.
and you were on that tour. So
Yeah.
are there any other tours that are particularly memorable to you?
I was, well, since 97, I was on the TV show, so I wasn't doing much of a travel, but in between, I've traveled with Men at Work and Colin Hay, the singer
Yeah.
from Men at Work, um, Taylor Dayne.
Taylor Dayne. Yeah, I should have.
Oh yeah, the
I
blonde
remember.
girl.
Yeah, that would
That,
be a fun tour.
yeah, that was a in between TV show I toured with.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Cool, cool. Well, guys, let's pause there for a word from our sponsor. And when we come back, we're going to ask Toshi a little about his early days growing up and doing music for film and TV. We'll be right back. Attention guitar players, the Thimble Slide allows you to slide and fret, freeing your slide finger. The Thimble Slide is a mini guitar slide designed to be worn on the tip of your finger, about halfway down your fingernail. When worn there, you can still bend your finger, and most importantly, it's allowing enough of your fingertip through so you can still press the guitar strings. With its patented shape, you can slide and fret while wearing the Thimble Slide. Visit thimbleslide.com. That's thimbleslide.com.
Hey guys, you're listening to Soren Anderson, Glenn Hughes guitar player, owner of Medley Studios Copenhagen, and you are listening to Rock Music Alliance.
We're back with Toshi Yanagi on the Rock Music Alliance. Toshi, where were you born and raised?
I was born in Kawasaki, Japan, which is Kanagawa Prefecture, Kawasaki City, same as a motorcycle name. Right next to
Kawasaki,
Tokyo.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, were you born into a musical family or?
Yeah, my dad was an opera singer, teacher, and my mom's a piano teacher, and she always accompanied my father when he was doing the recitals and all that stuff.
So how did you get into playing guitar?
Well, since I was born, my mom is teaching me piano, and my dad is, slapped me with a scale and teaching me the singing. But he gave me one day he gave me a transistor radio and a mono cassette player, right? So then I discovered FEN, which is American military radio station in Japan. And all the rock, music was coming from that transistor radio. And so I put those mono cassette player together and record those music. I didn't know which song was who played what song, but I liked it since I was like a 5. So then later I discovered, this is Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, and Allman Brothers, and I wasn't playing guitar. I was playing violin and piano until junior high. But around 5th grade, I discovered Chodo and Van Halen. That's the time. Okay, I have to find out how did he do this kind of stuff with the guitar, So that's how I started the guitar.
Nice.
And I later on quit the violin and just, play the guitar. And after high school, my mom told me what do you want to do? I think I want to play guitar for a living. And so she gave me a one-way ticket to San Francisco. Test your destiny.
I can take that 2 ways, Toshi. She gave you a one-way ticket. You told her you wanted to play guitar. Here's a one-way ticket out of here.
Yeah. Well, who has a balls? My mom did have a ball. Yeah, balls.
So how you end up to be an Emma and what and
what?
How you end up to become a student at the Hollywood?
Okay, so I had a band with American high school guys in Japan, right? When I was at high school. So one of the guy had a brochure, and the brochure had Eddie and Alan Goldsworth together. Okay, I'm going here. This is my heroes. So that's how. And at the time, they had an audition. So when I came to San Francisco, I was recording some stuff on cassette and send it over, and that's how I got them.
Interesting.
Nice.
So you initially came over to San Francisco. Did you join any bands at that point? Did you get
No,
in?
just English. I was 18, 19. Couldn't speak English, not knowing anybody. So I used to go to the blues club and study, and that's about it. Then I came over here and went to school. So that's how I started it. Yeah.
Right, and I think I read where right after you graduated from MI, they offered you a teaching position.
Yeah, private teacher. Yeah. Then I
Great, man.
started picking up outside freelance gigs and stuff. Yeah.
So the main reason you relocated then from San Francisco down to Los Angeles was to attend MI.
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, it's a great place to be. I mean,
Yeah.
San Francisco must have some opportunities as well, but Los Angeles certainly has musical opportunities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, we're coming up to the end of the show pretty quick here, guys. Just got a couple more questions, really.
Okay.
Yeah, I noticed, here's one. I noticed you were listed as one of the producers of a comedy movie called Rock Bottom. Yeah, between
Yes, I was
between
in the movie. Actually, I was doing just music for that movie, but you know, the producer said, like, the director said, like, hey, by the way, you're in the movie. What do you mean in the movie? That's not me. But I gave a chance. So then,
Sure, get it on camera. So you're listed as producer, but you're also doing music for the movie?
yeah, I co-wrote most of the music, and I played all the guitars and stuff. So that was a good experience.
Cool. Yeah, yeah. Between doing that, I know you did some other movies as well, I saw.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but between that and working in the Jimmy Kimmel live band, do you have any avenues into getting music
It's
placed
hard to
into
get
film and
in.
TV?
It's hard to get into that world. I mean, session work. Where is a session now these days? Like everybody's has a home studio. So like I do sometime. They send me a track and send it back and stuff. And this is my studio, so I do that. But often um, I get asked, but mostly I write songs for the Jimmy Kimmel Live, for like
Yeah.
bumpers and like walk-ons and stuff. So that's how I kind of get the ASCAP from those avenues, but not full film or TV lately. Like earlier, I was doing more cues and stuff. Got called for doing that, but not
Yeah.
lately.
Yeah, I
Be
know.
honest.
Tough to get into the film and TV music placement place, right? I know there's music libraries out there
Yeah.
that musicians could put their music in for placement, but they don't seem to pay a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Depends.
yeah, it depends.
Depends
It
on the
depends.
VM.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Toshi, just the last thing I got here is what's the next step for you and your music?
Well, I guess I got to keep writing, keep express myself. You can't stop that, right? I've been holding on to it because I've been touring and just busy doing Kimmel and the local thing. But I gotta get my I kick my ass, and I have to start doing it because it's just that's how you grow, I think. So
Yeah, call me and Toshi we play, I don't know, maybe 5 times at the jam together.
yeah.
Plus he record I play keyboards in a song that he wrote with Chuck right on the album.
Oh yeah,
Remember?
Horizon and something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good song.
That
Yeah,
was fun.
Claudio, you're talking about the Chuck Wright release, right?
Yeah,
The album Chuck did.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
But we also play at the Ultimate Jam five or 6 times,
yeah, yeah,
before
yeah.
before the pandemic.
Yeah, Toshi, any plans to come down and do the jam again, the ultimate jam?
Maybe I did the last one with my Van Halen tribute band called Brown M&Ms. Um, 3 songs for 80s tribute to 80s music, and yeah, I like those guys. So
I'd like to know more about your gear.
Huh?
Also, your gear, what you use to play live,
depends on the
the
gigs.
gig.
Yeah,
Well,
different music, different guitar, different amps. Yeah.
we're living in this time right now where there's tremendous switchover from amps, to the all-in-one
Yeah, no.
processors like Kemper,
Yeah.
Fractal and
I'm sorry.
Quad Cortex. Yeah,
I'm
yeah. So
I
it's
do I have those Helix and what is it?
the Quad
What's it? Fractal and
Fractal.
stuff like
Yeah,
that. But I still use amps and effects pedal, and I'm kind of old school, I guess,
I
yeah.
like it. I
Yeah.
like amps better than all that stuff.
Yeah, I know some guitar players that we've spoken with, they keep their amp sound for their own band or the main band that they're with, but when they're hired out for sessions or they have to travel, they'll grab like the Quad
For
Cortex or
necessity,
Kemper.
you have to use those
Yeah,
equipment. So yeah, I understand.
yeah.
I would too, but yeah.
All right. Well, Toshi, that brings us to the end of our show. What
Thank you for
websites
having me.
should, oh yeah, what websites should people go to keep in touch with you and be on the lookout for your
Just
music?
come to my Instagram, site, Toshi Yanagi Music, at Toshi Yanagi Music,
And that's
or
on this. How about
Facebook,
Facebook as well?
Toshi Yanagi. I think. Hold on. Sorry. Yeah, I think it's Toshi Yanagi Music, I guess. Toshi
Okay.
Yanagi Music as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll check that out. All
Do
righty
you
then.
got, sorry, one more question. Do you got a lot of gigs that call you last minute and you
Yes.
have to read everything?
Say that again?
Do you have a lot of gigs that they call you like last minute and you have to read everything right on the moment?
Sometime.
Yeah?
Yeah, sometime, yes. Yeah.
You got to be a good reader for that.
I'm okay. I'm okay reader. I used to play violin, so I can I can read the notes, and it's sometimes I have a hard time about the rhythm, but
Yeah.
I can get by. So
So you learn by
to
ear.
read, you got to practice reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
that's-
blind.
That's a tough one, a real stressful one. But it's for a lot of guitar players, like they study it when they're in school, reading and
Yeah.
reading charts, and then when they get out of school, it's just not a lot of call for it, unless you're into the industry, if you're in the
But you
industry,
never
using it.
know. You never know
Never
when
know.
you need that skill. So
Chord changes are
better-
easy to read, but when you have to play lines and all that
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
I guess depends on what you want to do, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
if you went school, if you did go to school, have that skill, like might as well keep it up, So
I was impressed with Larry Carton that he showed up just reading everything. Just wow.
yeah,
And it was complicated stuff, not like it just,
yeah,
jazz fusion. La
yeah.
la la. All right.
Oh,
That was my
Alrighty,
last
Toshi.
question.
All righty. Well, Toshi, thanks for being our guest today on the Rock Music Alliance.
thank you very much for having me.
I'm Cole Coleman, and for Claudio Pesavento, the Rock Music Alliance, and the RMA Awards, thanks for watching and listening. Visit us at rockmusicalliance.com and check out this year's RMA Awards for rock, metal, and progressive rock music.